Okay, so backgrounds, day one, giant piece of paper. I've got my brush, I've got my color cards. I've got the, you know what, I'm not going to use my brush because I've got my new matte gel. So let's try it. All right, matte gel, a very grody palette knife, but it's a palette knife. And all we need to know is our color, and it is dun da 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 green. Okay, so I am going to gather up some green stuff, and I'm not going to worry about the timer on this. And I'm going to move my gold inks because they're just in the way at this point. Try to get this entire sheet on here. All right, so green. Man, when I was stacking it up, it felt like a lot. Now that I've sorted back through it, I don't know that this is going to be enough. We'll get started and see what happens. All right, so again, I'm going to be quiet because I am going to fast forward through this so you don't have to watch. At the end, we'll discuss. What will we discuss? Probably the biggest thing is going to be whether I like this new gel medium. That's probably going to be the biggest thing we discuss. But we shall see. All right, let's go. I just realized that I'm not sure you can see the whole page because it's such a large page. Can you see it all? All right, I think you can pretty much see it all. All right, pretty much. Actually, I think I want to do this piece first. Okay, I can already tell you I'm feeling very awkward with the gel. Like, very awkward with it. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to the other, but I am. I'm feeling pretty awkward with it. So we'll see if it gets any better. I don't think this is going to be enough green. Yeah, I don't think it is. Okay, so I think that is going to be good enough. I am going to do one thing though. I'm going to dip my brush in just a little bit of water and just kind of do this so that I don't have any globs anywhere. How do I like the matte medium? Well, you can see I'm a little worried about globs. I definitely used a lot of it, and I feel like I used more than I would have used of the regular matte medium. I don't know. I mean, I used a lot. Remembering that I just opened this. I feel like. So I tell you what, and I definitely had to do some weird angles, but that's probably because I don't use a palette knife very often. I'm a brush kind of girl, and so I think part of that may have been that I'm a brush kind of girl. I don't use palette knives very often. So, I mean, it worked. It definitely helped with the heavier papers, because some of these are really heavy paper. This is an offcut of a collage sheet that I then stenciled over, or somebody else did. This is an offcut of a multimedia piece that when I cut down to frame, I had that left. So that was watercolor paper with, I think the writing was collage, then acrylic paint. So that one was pretty thick. Let's see, this one was pretty thick. This one is multiple layers of collage on acrylic paper, which has kind of a plasticky feel if you've never played with it. So some of these were really thick papers is where I'm going, but some of these were really thin. This was copy paper. Let's see. I didn't use any of the tissue paper. And I don't think, and the reason I kept not using it was the gel. I kept thinking, oh, I'll wait and use those when I'm not using the gel. Because I really did feel like trying to do the gel and the palette knife, I would tear them. So, yeah. But there we go. That's background number 1 and green and just green collage. So tomorrow we will pick another color and we'll do the same thing. This did take me a long time, but when I'll speed it up a lot, but when you're doing it, remember that this is going to be at least 4 for me, probably with some scrap, because I think this paper was 19 by 28. So that's really big. All right. My hands are a mess. I will also say that, but I think they're a mess when I do the other two. So I don't think that actually is a deterrent. Bye, y'all.